What's up everybody, and welcome back to Operation Overhaul. Today we're going to be tearing apart the transmission that came out of the 2000 Accord in the last video I put up. So if you want to find out what happened to this, stick around and chum on. As I said at the beginning, we're going to be taking this transmission apart. I do believe it is an MAXA, if I'm correct. Let me see, it doesn't say on here, but this is the first time I've ever taken one of these apart. So this will be a new experience for me and possibly you as well. But we do have diagrams right here to show what all the parts are and what they're called. And if you would like a diagram of anything like this, just let me know and I'll see what I can do for you. And maybe we can get something going for you. But just leave a comment below if you would like. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and start taking this thing apart. So this is the drain plug out of it. As you can see, it's got metal all over it. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this back in there just so it isn't leaking all over the place on me. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull this torque converter out. That's the torque converter right there. It does have part of the flywheel ring teeth on the flywheel. Now we're going to turn it around. And the first thing I'm going to do is pull some of these solenoids off on the top. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull off this solenoid right here. This is the lockup control solenoid. And that's what the back of it looks like. It's going to have a little O-ring on the back side. And it does have some metal in the little screen. There's your shift range sensor right there. It's the big wire that comes out the back. And it's just held on with two tins. And it's got the shaft that runs through it too. Dipstick. And like I said, this is the first time I've ever taken one of these apart, so if I'm saying something wrong or if I'm looking at it wrong, please, feel free to let me know. 'Cause the more you know, the more you grow. Now what I'm going to do is start taking these 10 millimeters on the outside and pull this back cover off. These bolts all look to be the same size. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I will take these out real quick. Just in case. I'll hold it over the edge of the table. I can feel it move a little bit. Let me grab a hammer real quick. Alright, there's the cover to come off the back. It does have this tube and there's a snap ring down in here. And we're going to find out what that is right now. That is actually the pump gear shaft, it says. And then there's a little roller bearing right here, ball bearing right there. And then there's a snap ring in here and there that holds these parts in there. I'm not going to take those out. Alright, so looks like these are just all gears, and they pretty much held on with these big nuts right here. Let me find out what size they are. Looks like a 36 is going to be the one that takes these off. And they are notched down right here inside these little grooves. Now we're going to find a way to try to hold these. Let's see. Now that we have this gear off and that nut off, and just for everybody's knowledge, this is a right hand thread, but here's the needle bearing in front and behind the second gear. This is the main gear. This should pry out as well, but there was a needle bearing around there as well that was inside of that second gear. So I got this gear off right here using a harmonic balancer puller and 2 of the 10mm bolts, and they just thread right in here, and you can use this to push against the shaft and it'll pull right off. Alright, so to take this half of the case off, it takes 12 14mm bolts. Cap on it. Okay, so we got the case apart and some of the gears come off, but as you can see, look at all the nasty metal and everything in there. Look how black that is. So it was definitely burning clutches, and we're going to find out which clutch set it is. So let me put you on a tripod and I'll be right back. Here's the differential gears right here, and that's what gives you your gear ratio for your final gear ratio. I don't know what ratio this one is, have to look at the gears, but not much play in it. So those gears are good. We're going to pull all this off though. Try not to drop it, but happens. Oh yeah. Don't know how well you can see that right there. Yeah, hot spot right there. Yeah, this was getting extremely burnt. Oh yeah. Look how burnt these clutches are right here. I mean, they are black. There's hot spot all in the steels. I mean, there's discoloration right there. Yeah, this transmission was getting extremely hot. These weren't so bad on that one. Let me see which gears that was. So this one right here is the first and second gear clutch pack. And so these right here, they aren't horrible, but they're not like perfect on these. So first, second gear clutch pack was definitely burnt up. Yeah, even the tooth patterns on here were getting pretty burnt. They're heating up too much. See if I can get this fork off. Yeah, I can tell that the third and fourth gear drum was getting hot as well. Yep. Same thing as first gear. That one don't even have any pattern left on it. I mean, it's down to the metal. Same thing with that one. Yeah, that's a clutch right there, and there's no metal, no clutch material left, and it's actually bowed the clutch. Pretty much it's supposed to look like. It should have like a little pattern, somewhat like that, but that's what it looks like. And you can see how it's bowed in. It's putting so much pressure on it that it was bending the clutches. That the steel is actually warped on there too. I think that's pretty much all we're going to take apart on it, because we pretty much found out what the culprit of the failure was. Definitely burn up clutches. Big reason I think that these fail all the time is because on these Hondas like this, you can't service the filters on them. You have to tear it down to this point right here to even replace the filter. And it's just a lot of work, and you only really do it once you rebuild the transmission. But if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, y'all have a great day.